Death row. Finding herself on the wrong side of the law, what happened this time she could never withdraw. Such a crime as this left the people in awe. The judge's gavel fell for the final straw. Guilty was the verdict the jury did say. Strapped in irons she was carried away. In sunshine never to bask another day. Her wickedness this time sent her all the way. That last prison cell she would ever know, to the end of the line, is where she would go, to be once and for all placed 6 feet below. Her days of waiting were spent on death row. The decree was sure the court handed down, the decision unanimous all around. No other conclusion there could be found in a place where law and justice did abound. Cruel and callous she did fiercely slay, so this was her home awaiting that day, when she would learn what it is to repay a life for the life she had taken away. Now this young lady was surprising to see, with so much about her just like you and me. Didn't look at all like she needed to be confined in a prison under lock and key. Clean and kept, she had a pleasant way. When she spoke, you just wanted to stay. Her attitude and conduct, they did display the most cordial person you had met that day. Never forgetting, always thoughtful and kind. Christmas and birthdays were ever on her mind. Although confined, she was never behind. The warden and the guards got their card every time. Now on this good behavior she did rely. She hoped more time for her it would buy, that the courts her case would even retry, and in the end surely she might not die. So as time went on year after year, she thought for sure she was in the clear, that somehow she'd make it out of here. Her days were spent without any fear. But one might ask, did this help her case? To change her sentence, her guilt to erase? To diminish the death that she was to face, or in any way give her a day of grace? The answer is no. But aren't these things good? And isn't she doing the things that she should? But to cancel her crime they never could. The law before her immutably stood. It was always there, so break it beware. You'll find out just how to pay your fair share. Fixed and impartial, the law doesn't care. Be as good as you want, it's going nowhere. This death in Scripture is known as the first, but there is another, which is far worse. The second death, for those who are cursed, forever to thirst and never reversed. Fear not them which kill the body, Jesus said. Your soul is far more important instead. Into hell God can cast them both when you're dead. He should be your fear, your reverence, and dread. With this first and second, most have a date. Death row is where they live and wait. I'm sharing all this so you can relate and know something of your true state. So hear me now, you're so gentle and kind. I know this well, it is me you've dined. But through these lines I need to remind, in the depths of sin your soul is entwined. You glory in being the best of friends, taking care of so many time and again. Oh, how much on them do you spend, and think somehow this'll take away sin. But this is where our young lady erred, behind those bars through which she stared. Living in her own little fantasy affair, she hoped for something that just wasn't there. Spending her days in this elusive dream, just drifting along in her self-esteem, but soon to walk arm in arm between, and ushered on off this mortal scene. Lo and behold, the bell finally tolled, time to walk where nobody strolled. the dark corridor where fear takes hold, and eternity there begins to unfold. Death is here, he'll take her by dawn, stands at the door, no more to prolong. No time, no credit, she's all overdrawn. The law thinks she's lived too long. It's quiet now, the laughter's all gone. No one hears so much as a song. Time to yield, to pay for the wrong, and then succumb, no matter how strong. The sad dilemma of Adam's race, since time began, this is the case. They think that goodness can just erase deep-seated sins that fly in God's face. God's broken law has one great goal. His honor on high it will uphold. The wages of sin is death, we're told, and the cost of sin is the loss of a soul. None but Jesus can take sin away. He suffered alone that darkest day. A mountain of sins on him was laid, and by his blood was all mark paid. Your glory and worship should be right there. What you can produce could never compare. Praising yourself will end in despair. Looking within is a trap and a snare. Your only hope is his death on the tree, and bowing before him with bended knee. With that precious blood as your only plea, in that very moment you'll be set free.